Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. What's up, everybody? It is your boy Doggy Diamond, Mr. One Light, cause my other light want to act the fool, and that's what the other light is doing. I want to cut it on, but it might start flickering and doing all this weirdo stuff, and I ain't got the time today. Nobody got no time for that. So, what's up? How's everybody feeling? It is Friday. Friday. 5 days away from a new month. We're already going into July, just like that. Like, wow, we be here, then we somewhere else. So shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to the donators, the likers, the commenters. Shout out to everybody who support what I do on this independent level, but a high level, independent but high level nonetheless. So shout out to y'all, salute to y'all for joining me here tonight. I try to come on a little bit earlier because some people don't have the time to be on at 9:30, 10 o'clock. Some people do, but I try to come on a little earlier in the day and just to chill with y'all, and it is what it is. So today is the 25th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z's first solo album. So I want to actually go through the album. I want to go through the songs and see how y'all feel about the songs. If it's a classic, we're gonna go through the songs and then we'll just talk in the end whether it was a classic album or do we look back and say, it was alright, you know what I'm saying, but it wasn't a classic. Because some albums, in my opinion, didn't age well, and it might have been something that we was calling a classic then, but then when we listen back, like, nah, it really wasn't a classic album. So let's go through Reasonable Doubt. Shall we continue to go through Reasonable Doubt? So we're gonna go through song by song and say how we feel per song. So here we go. Let me share the screen with y'all. So I'm sharing the screen. So this is Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt album. Came out in '96. We could look at the overview of it. It features a bunch of people. It was on a few record labels too, if I'm not mistaken. 25 years ago. Damn, 25 years ago. So damn, that was a long time ago. Let's look at the Wikipedia. Let's see what it says about the album. Yeah, so it features Memphis Bleak, Mary J. Blige, Jazzo, Biggie, and Source Money is on there also. I don't know why those names are not in there. And yeah, so we're gonna go through this album and just see what songs we really was feeling. And again, was this album a classic or was it overrated? So let's go through the songs, y'all. So first song, Can't Knock the Hustle. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I love Can't Knock the Hustle. The actual singing melody comes from Melissa Morgan. Her song that she made is called Fool's Paradise. Actually, on the remix of Can't Knock the Hustle, she's actually on it. So yeah, if you ever listen to Can't Knock the Hustle remix, Melissa Morgan is on it. But Mary J. Blige, this is Mary J. Blige. And I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know too many records that had Mary J. Blige on it that's whack. If she's doing the chorus, I'm just gonna be real with you. I don't know. I can't really name one song where I was like, Mary that was kind of whack. I don't know about that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so Mary was automatically, especially for hip hop, R&B culture, it was automatically a hit if Mary was on the hook. So I'm gonna say yes. Can't Knock the Hustle was a very good record, very very good record. Even if you listen to it today, still sound clean. It's knocking. So I'm a live with Can't Knock the Hustle. Number 2, Politics as Usual. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I didn't like that record. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I didn't like that record. I didn't really like Politics as Usual. What I want to do, I'm gonna move this around so I can see the chat. So hold on. Yeah, let's come over here. So because I do want to see the chat also. So yeah, I didn't like Politics as Usual. I just didn't like that song. I know some people probably like it, love it. It wasn't corny, but I didn't like it. you know, it wasn't one of my favorite records. I think that's a record that I actually I don't know, I might let it play. Some days I might skip it, but if I made a playlist, it's not going in there. It's not going in there. Politics as usual is not going in there. That's something that I want to hear every now and again. But you know, it's a dope song, but it is what it is. Number 3, Brooklyn Finest. I mean, I'm gonna be biased. I keep it real with you. It's Brooklyn. It's somebody from my neighborhood and somebody that's not too far from my neighborhood. And I like the way they went back and forth on the album. Not only the way they went back and forth, I love the way that they actually fed off each other. You know, I love the wordplay on Brooklyn's Finest. Like I love it. I love the music. Only thing that didn't grow on me to this day is Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls. The hook, the hook is a little played out now, but I understand it how it was there. But no, Brooklyn Finest. Oh my God! And you know, I'm gonna give it to Biggie on that one. I think Biggie got Brooklyn Finest. You know what I'm saying? And remember, this was a particular time where, you know, Biggie didn't really do too many. I mean, he did like a little spot verses here and there, but he didn't really do too many verses with people. So him doing this with Jay-Z was big for Jay-Z, because even though Jay-Z was out before Biggie, Biggie blew up before he did. And him doing his first solo album, having Biggie on it, was dope. But the hook was cool, but I'm saying listening 25 years later, can't really do it. I can't really do it. So, number 4, Dead Presidents 2. Yo. Fire, 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 fire. Dead Presidents 2. Oh man, that Amar Jamal sample. Shout out to Ski on this beat. I mean, I should also say he produced all the records, but you know, this is just so fire to me, man. Dead Presidents is just, it's different versions of this song where he has different verses. That's why this is called Dead Presidents 2. And I think one of them was like the Soviet unified steady flow. You already, I think that was a different verse. And I do want to say to the people in the chat room, opinion doesn't mean that you're a hater. So if I start saying that too much in the chat room, I'm just gonna get you up out of here, because y'all gotta really stop when people give their opinion. You can't call them a hater. This their opinion. That don't mean they're a hater. Like that's just really, really juvenile and almost like some sucker shit now. You're a hater. You're a hater. Like, yo, shut up. Shut up and change the tampon with that. You know, we're dissecting an album 25 years later. I didn't say that Brooklyn Finest hook was corny. I said 25 years later, it sounds dated. That's all I said. So calm down. You sound like a hater. You're a hater. Yo, stop being sluts. Well, again, because reason why I'm asking if this album is a classic, because it's 25 years later. Oh, you told me to shut up? All right, so bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about me. I'll be quiet. I'll make sure you can't talk. You know what I'm saying? So, again, you have a lot of people who don't like Jay-Z. This was not a well-selling album. This was also not it was an underground classic, but this wasn't a mainstream album. So when we review it, was it really a classic? So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Where was I? Dead Presidents 1 and 2, fire. You know what I'm saying? Fire. What I like about Dead Presidents, let me tell you what I really love about this record. I love the record because the Nas sample that he used is actually the sample from the World Is Yours remix, not the Pete Rock version, the Q-Tip version. So that's what makes me like it even more, believe it or not, because I just like that version. I love The World Is Yours remix by Q-Tip. So it's just something about that snare in there. I love that snare on The World Is Yours remix, you know, but that's the sidebar. I love The World Is Yours remix. So let's move along. So yeah, we gonna, you know, Dead Presidents, Fire, Feeling It. Now, number 5, Feeling It. Now let me tell you something. With this record, I have mixed feelings about this record because I love Feeling It. I love the music. I love the video. I love Feeling It. But then I heard the Camp Low version. And I was like, what are we doing here? This is the same cadence, same flow and everything. I didn't know this when Feeling It came out. But then years later, I found out via Sonny Chiba. He was like, no, that was our record. Go listen to it. And I was like, hold on. No. And I actually like the Camp Low version better. I'm going to be real with you. I love Jay-Z Feeling It, but I like the Camp Low version better. I do, you know, but Feeling It's still a good record for this album. So knowing what we know, yeah, but we didn't know that back then, so we gotta ride with Feeling It. Number 6, The Evils. When we go to The Evils, this record is just, this is DJ Premier at, I don't want to say his prime, because Primo never really had a prime per se, but this is when you can't do an album unless you're Wu-Tang without a Primo beat. You have to have Primo. Like, Primo has to be on your first project. So if you look at the formula, Illmatic, Ready to Die, Reasonable Doubt. So if you was an East Coast artist, you had to get one for Primo. You didn't necessarily have to get one from Pete Rock. You didn't necessarily have to get one from Large Professor, although they're dope and I would have loved it, or Q-Tip. But you had to, and I mean absolutely had to, get a beat from DJ Premier. You had to. Your project wasn't complete. And it's at this time where he just was just providing these soundtracks for these albums, and The Evils, lyrically, you know, he uses Murder Was the Case with Snoop, and then he uses Prodigy vocals on Illuminati, and that's from I Shot Ya. And anytime DJ Premier does a song for you and he scratches stuff, you won. Like, what I love about DJ Premier is that you can actually go into the studio with him and he's going to provide the beat, and you could drop your verses and leave, and he's going to find a chorus to scratch just words, and that just so dope. That's just so hip hop. So The Evils, yeah, we go into that. We like that. 22 Tools, number 7, 22 Tools. 22 Tools, I didn't really like the music. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. It was cool. 22 Tools was a freestyle that he did at all his shows. So it definitely was something that he kind of had to put on his album because it was a freestyle. So that's why you hear Maria Davis. He always did this. 22 Tools is dope lyrically, but I could live without 22 Tools 25 years later. So we're not judging the time frame when it come out. We're judging 25 years later. We're revisiting, can we listen to it today and go back and say, yeah, that was a classic. It's still hard. So that's what this stream is about right here. So I could live without 22 Tools. I'm gonna be real with you. Can I Live? I think this is produced by Irv Gotti. Number 8, Can I Live? Y'all might not believe this. I really didn't like Can I Live like that. Lyrically, Can I Live was dope. it just wasn't one of my favorite songs. I know a lot of people like it. I was a little, you know what it was, and I'm gonna tell you why. Let me justify this for you. "Can I Live" is a sample from Isaac Hayes. Now, not too many people use that sample. Then Ashanti went on to use the sample for "Rain on Me," which was a good record, but I was like, so how you produce "Can I Live" for Jay-Z and then use the same beat and do "Rain on Me"? But "Can I Live," I'm gonna tell you why I didn't really like it like that. Special Ed had a song called "Never Go Back." Special Ed had a song called "Never Go Back" with the same sample. And I love that Special Ed song. If you go look up Special Ed's song called "Never Go Back." So I love that record. So when I heard the Jay-Z version, I was like, man, they bit Special Ed. But again, this is a time where I didn't like beat biting. You know what I'm saying? So I love the Special Ed version. I just loved it. So when I heard Jay-Z do it, I was like, I rather hear the Special Ed. But it's not a corny record. But it just wasn't my favorite. I didn't really like it like that. But if you like "Can I Live," I kind of understand why you like "Can I Live." But I prefer the Special Ed record. You know what I'm saying? And this was like Special Ed's comeback song, because Special Ed wasn't active for a while and he just came back with this record. So number 9, "Aint No N Word." I had mixed feelings about "Aint No N Word." I really, really did. Mainly because I love EPMD. That's my favorite group ever. Oh man, I love EPMD. Like I love EPMD. That's my favorite. That's my favorite group ever. And I felt weird hearing this record, but I was so used to EPMD. It's my thing. So I was like, it's my thing. That's it's my thing. So back then, again, me as a producer, you didn't use a sample if somebody else used it. So when I heard it, I was like, man, that was EPMD. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, he jack EPMD. But overall, we have to give the credit where credit is due. "Aint No N Word" was a dope record. It was a dope record. And if you look up shout out to Chin Beats, if you look up my Smooth the Hustler interview on Forbes DVD, Smooth the Hustler said he wrote Foxy Brown's verse for "Aint No N Word." He said that out of his mouth. So I'm not making that up, but he said that. But it was dope. The video was dope. Biggie was in the video. You know, it was a dope thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to the homie Sterling in the building. Sterling Christian in the building. You know what I'm saying? Super barber and super trainer. You know what I'm saying? So he's in the building. So yes, I like. It's a good record. It's a good record. But I had mixed reviews about it. But it's still dope regardless. Number 10, "Friend or Foe." Now let me explain something to y'all. This record right here, I don't know what Primo was on when he made that beat, but I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. I've never heard a beat like that in my life, and I still haven't to this day. I've never heard a beat like "Friend or Foe" in my life, and I still haven't to this day. And the way that man flowed on that record, and the way he was talking, we haven't heard nothing like that to this day. I'ma be real with you. You're enterprising though, and I like that. The big dog, I gotta bite you. Look, it's out of my hand. Like, that record is just so fire. Primo, what was on your mind when you have this? I don't know if that's a guitar riff, if that's a horn, but I ain't never heard nothing like that in my life. And then when he did the Streets is Watching movie and he did a video for Friend or Foe, holy smoke. Holy smoke. That was, man, Friend or Foe. Wow. To this day, I don't want to be like Deontay Wilder, but to this day, fire. Fire. But I just want to put some respect on DJ Premier's name. He done so much for hip hop, but that guy showed his ass on that goddamn beat. Holy smokes, Friend of Foe beat. And it's only a minute and 50 seconds. But it's just, I don't want to keep singing the praises of the record, but it was dope, man. I love Friend of Foe. You know what I'm saying? And remember, this is one of the first songs where somebody just like talk to somebody. Like, if this was 2021 when the record come out, that's almost a battle rap flow. Almost a battle rap flow, and the way he put it together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let me move on. Number 11, Coming of Age. I'm going to keep it real with you. I never liked that record. I didn't like Coming of Age. I seen him perform Coming of Age. Hold on. Coming of Age. Am I? No, I'm not getting it. That's not the joint. How does Coming of Age start? That doom doom. No, I'm thinking of Politics as Usual. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I'm thinking of a whole different record. My bad. So I didn't really like Coming of Age like that. It was cool. I don't think y'all know that. I like Coming of Age too. Coming of Age was supposed to have Shaheem on that record. He wanted Shaheem on that opposed to Memphis Bleak. He wanted Shaheem on it. And some reason it didn't happen. So I'm thinking of Shaheem at this particular time. What if Shaheem was just on it? So I didn't really like Coming of Age. It wasn't corny. I like Part 2 better. But I didn't really like it like that. Not even then. You know what I'm saying? It's not corny though. It's not corny, but I'm just saying 25 years later, I'm not going to listen to Coming of Age. That's just what I'm saying. So still a dope song. But I didn't like it. Cashmere Thoughts. Didn't like Cashmere Thoughts. I didn't like it. I didn't like Cashmere Thoughts at all. I understand why people might like it, but I just never really listened to Cashmere Thoughts like that. You know, I just don't listen to that. I didn't even really like it really back then like that. It was cool, but it was alright. So what I'm saying, let me finish. So I don't even really got to go into deep detail with the Cashmere Thoughts though. I thought it was okay. Cashmere Thoughts, if I'm not mistaken, is the Bohannon sample that whatchamacallit, Coogee Rap used for a record called Mr. Fuck You Man. So I you know, Cashmere Thoughts was cool. Bring It On. Now, Bring It On to me was dope then. Now I'm not listening to Bring It On. I liked Jaz-O. I love Jaz-O's flow. I like Source Money's flow. I like their lyrics, dope. I think them three always complimented. I think they always complimented each other. I think that if I'm not mistaken, they was a group called the Hard Pack. Not sure. Not sure. But they showed out on that song. They showed out on Bring It On. I like the flow. I like the lineup, but it sounds dated now. Just keep it real with you. Bring It On sounds dated right now. I would not listen to Bring It On 25 years later. Back then, I listened to it, but I will not listen to Bring It On right now. 25 years later, that's getting the button. I'm buttoning that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just keeping it all the way real with y'all. Yeah, Jazzo, man. I'll talk about him in a minute. Number 14, the last song. Regrets. I didn't like Regrets either. I didn't like Regrets. I didn't like it. You know, I just didn't like it, and I'm not gonna really get into it. Lyrically, Jay-Z was on one on every record. He didn't have a corny verse on none of this, but I didn't really like Regrets. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. So yeah, if I was to rate this album 25 years later, I would give this out of 10 diamonds. I would give this album a 7.5. Reason why I'm saying that, because if we have an album with 10 songs or better, if we like 7 of the songs, well then, that's 7 out of 10. So, when we listen back, I think, in my opinion, which is my opinion, I think the album was greatly sequenced from number 1 through 10. So let's say the album stopped at Friend or Foe. Let's say the album stopped at Friend or Foe. Let's say we went from Can't Knock the Hustle to Friend or Foe. Perfect album. Perfect album. From 1 to 10, perfect album. To me, Coming of Age was cool. I guess it was as important because it was the introduction of Memphis Bleek. And when he used to say, what, a G, I'd rather ride for free, they used to throw $1,000 in the crowd. Every show. And I've been to a few Jay-Z shows, and they used to throw $1,000 in the crowd. And I remember one day sitting there, hold on, they threw money out? And I ain't thirsty, but you throw money, I'm taking some of that bread. You know, so yeah, so I would give the album a 1 through 10. I would give it 7.5 diamonds. Only because I don't like these records. To me, they are fillers. I think Coming of Age is a filler. I think it's, let me put my mans on the album. I don't like Cashmere Thoughts. No, not Coming of Age is not a filler. I am wrong. I think Bring It On is a filler. I think Cashmere Thoughts is a filler. And Regrets is a filler. And I think Coming of Age is okay. I wonder, I guess we will always wonder what it would have sounded like if Shaheem was on Coming of Age. Now, with that being said, my favorite record on this album, can you guess? Friend or Foe was my favorite song. So if I do my top 3 records on here, it would be Friend or Foe, The Evils and Can't Knock the Hustle. That would be my favorite songs. But any day it could be interchangeable. But like I said, if we go through from 1 to 10, in my heart of hearts, it's a perfect album. I just don't like yeah, 22 Tools is debatable too. Yeah, we can do that. So if we was to swap out 22 Tools and put in Coming of Age, still a perfect album. Still a perfect album. But Friend or Foe is just classic. And what it is with the Evils, it's them drums. So again, when we talk about music and we critique music, it's not personal. It's not you're not a hater. You're not any of those things. It's your opinion. And as long as you can state your opinion and actually break it down, then it should be valid to you. Now, y'all don't have to agree with me. And the fact that y'all don't agree with me is dope. The fact that some people agree with me is dope. It is what it is. And again, people, one thing that we're doing is we're talking about hip hop. We're talking about hip hop. So overall, 25 years later, I will say the album is a classic, even though I gave it a 7 out of 5. And I will say the album is a classic because, in my opinion, the album aged very well. The album aged very, very well. So, yeah. So if I'm going through 1 through 10, I might only skip Coming of Age. And I think I might skip Aint No N because it's just played out. I don't want to hear it. But 1 through 10, I'm listening to it. So at the end of it all, y'all, this is what we do this for. This is why we love the culture. This is why we talk about it. But we gotta remember, this is 25 years later. So long live hip hop. Long live the culture. Let's talk about it. Let's build on it. This album was I would say that this album was a soundtrack for a lot of people. You can remember where you was at when this album came out. You can remember where you was what you was doing when this album came out. You just remember. And then when he did the Streets Is Watching joint, because remember he did Friend or Foe 1 and 2 on it. You know what I'm saying? So I do like Coming of Age too though. Love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And again, this is a dope album. You know what I'm saying? Dope album. So yes. Reasonable Doubt is a classic album. One of the greatest debut albums, along with Illmatic, along with I can't really say Ready to Die, but that's a whole nother bill. What's funny, y'all? Let me veer off for 1 second. To me, the greatest debut album. So if we're gonna put them on the scales, we have and this is, I'm gonna be very New York for a minute. We have Illmatic, which might have started a certain wave. Then we have Ready to Die. Then we have Reasonable Doubt. Then we have Do or Die, very anticipated. And then we have Only Built for Cuban Links. Now, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Out of those 5, and I'm only talking about New York records for this time. I mean, Doggy Style is up there, yes. I would say the best debut out of those albums is Only Built for Cuban Links. I'm just be real. Because a lot of them was in a certain time period. You know, these albums might have been within 2 to 5 years apart. But only built for Cuban links, that's different. That's different. And it's not East Coast bias, idiot. I said I'm gonna talk about New York. It's not stupid, y'all. I be hating to curse y'all out sometimes, but I said it. So if you were listening, I said it because these albums came out in a time frame, and these albums were albums that were very, very compared to each other because of the artists. I said that. So Nas and AZ connected, Biggie and Jay-Z connected. So I really believe Purple Tape, when I listen back, I just love the album. You know, and we could talk about Illmatic another time. And when it comes to Nas, people are very, very, very protective and sensitive when it comes to Nas. So I don't really like talking about Nas too much, because it's not that I'm being disrespectful. It's just an opinion. Just an opinion about Nas and his first album. So, you know, again, I'm not talking about groups. I'm talking about soloists. I'm talking about soloists. So I will pick Only Built for Cuban Links over Illmatic. Yes, I would. And you know what's funny about Illmatic? Illmatic only really has about 7 or 8 songs. Because the first song is not a song. And then Halftime is something that you heard before. And people love Illmatic. Illmatic, and I don't want to do that in this bill. But when I think about Illmatic, you're not listening to One Time for Your Mom, One Time, yeah, whatever. You're not listening to that. Come on, stop. And if you say you're listening to that, you a damn liar. Now, if you put the album on and you let it play, one thing, but cut it out. But Only Built for Cuban Links? Come on, man. That's getting burned. You know what I'm saying? That's getting burned. And you say I'm on my BK versus Queens, but how could I be on my BK versus Queens when I said a Staten Island dude had the best album out of all of them? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I said a Staten Island dude is better than a Queens dude and a Brooklyn dude. But you said you're on your BK versus Queens. Stop it.
Stop eating the paint chips, please.
But it is what it is. I am Doggy Diamond. I love to talk about hip hop. I love to, talk about the culture. And again, some of y'all, and it's funny. I think this is, and I'm gonna build on this really quick before I get out of here. This is what I don't like about the DMX love. This is what I don't like about the DMX love. When DMX was alive and out here, I think DMX, and this is what I don't like from when people pass away and then they get all this love. To me, I think people look back and say, damn, you was dope and we should have showed you more love in your life. I remember people clowning DMX a lot. I remember people making fun of him. He kept going to jail. He was doing a lot of erratic stuff. And I remember people, kind of like disrespecting DMX at one point. You know, I remember he was riding in the car and somebody told him that Little B album was called I'm Gay. He was like, "What?" The issue that I have with that, his mouth kept moving like this. And I don't know if y'all know that is one of the traits of somebody who got high. So I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I feel like DMX was exploited a lot. I feel like it was time that DMX should have not been on camera. And you know, DMX was a great artist. One of the greatest, but I'm not going to put his debut against those debuts because his album came out like later after, these albums that I'm talking about. These albums is in a time frame like, Illmatic, Ready to Die, Built for Cuban Links, Do or Die, Reasonable Doubt, and not in that particular order, but this is what I'm saying. So that's why I say those albums. But at the end of it all, I don't like how people treated DMX. And then when he passed away, they like X the GOAT. And then, let's just be honest, man. Let's just be super honest. And I think it's not a lot of honesty going on right now. I do not like people, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I do not like the way I don't like this Exodus album, man. And just be I don't really want to talk about that in this bill, but I don't like that send off for DMX. That Exodus should be not the way that we last heard from him. I think Dame Grease, which I know Dame Grease has something in the cut. I know Dame Grease probably have a lot of unreleased records from DMX that need to come out. And I don't like that send off. I really don't like that send off. I think the album was overproduced. I think it was too much reverb on everything. And nah, I don't like that send off. And a lot of people's not gonna say that. A lot of people are gonna say, "Oh nah, it was fire," because you get this fake shit in the industry, and people are afraid to say how they really feel, because if you say how you really feel, you're the hater. And that was a word that was created so people don't say how they feel. So hopefully we can get that album, DMX album, produced by Dame Grease. I know Grease probably got 10 bangers. He probably got 20. He probably got 30. But I didn't really want to hear DMX with some of those people. And I'm gonna be real with y'all too. On some of the songs, man, was that really DMX? Some of those songs sound like it was an impersonator. I'm not sure. I'm gonna be. I started listening like, is that DMX or somebody imitating him? I wasn't really sure. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really sure. I'm just keeping it real. I was like, yo, is that DMX or somebody imitating him? I wasn't really sure. So I'm not really into posthumous albums like that. Only if they were being worked on. And then they passed away during it, but it was almost complete. I don't like when people do albums and somebody puts it together. I really don't like that. They done a good job with some Tupac projects. Biggie duets. No. No. I don't like that either. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of what I don't, and this is, Biggie was the homies from the hood, but I just didn't like how they was just taking his verses and just putting it on different records. I'm like, yo, we heard that verse. We heard that verse. Like, why is he kicking that verse from Loving You Tonight on Ashanti song? It just doesn't make no sense to me. Why is Jay-Z using a verse on I had a dream I said about Big? Did we heard that verse? Like, don't do that. But I will say, the Griselda DMX joint was dope. Again, I'm a little biased because I loved Pace One's record with that sample. Oh my God. And I even like when Sean Price used it for Figure 4. But I love Pace One song with that sample. With the DMX in, because it's the same sample. So yeah, I don't like when brothers pass away and people start, taking their stuff and, flipping it about, and then stop doing stuff with if the people wouldn't do it when they was alive, don't do it when they dead for clout. Because when you see certain names on the track list, I'm like, that don't make no sense. Like, he probably wouldn't have did a record with them. Tupac album after he passed away, fire. When I saw I Ain't Mad at You, fire. Fire. When I seen dun, 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 I was like, yo, I love I Ain't Mad at You. And it's two different versions of that. It's one where Danny Boy sings it a different way. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think Tupac had the best album because he actually had a chance to shoot videos, and you could hear Tupac's stamp on the album. So I was feeling that. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling that. But Pace One's record is called Damn. I love the record, and how the hell I don't know. What's the Pace One record called, y'all? Somebody in the chat room put the Pace One. I'm about to say it. What's the Pace One song called, y'all? I Declare War. I Declare War. It just popped in my head. No, I Declare War is fire. Fire. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Tupac, even when they did stuff like these Broken Wings, and even with Tupac had, I said pause because I said Danny Boy was singing a certain way. I don't know if y'all know, but Danny Boy, yeah, we just leave it like that. So I was like, Danny Boy singing, like, you gotta pause certain things, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Somebody said, could we have a rap conversation without Tupac being brought up? You know what's funny, family? I get what you're saying. But yo, he was just so impactful. I said this before, and people I don't think understand what I was saying. I think people sometimes it be going over people's head what I say, or people just don't like me, or whatever the case may be. And ride with me on this before I go. Ride with me on this. I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about this. Tupac and Biggie has been gone for a very long time. They died a long time ago. They were assassinated a long time ago. What I don't like, and I said this before, if we are talking about hip hop and we're still talking about Biggie and Tupac like they're here, or like they put out a record in the last 10 years or the last 15 years, what does that really say about hip hop? What does that really say about hip hop? What that says is, and this is not a good thing, because I said this before and people didn't understand what I was saying. What I said was, if we're still talking about Biggie and Tupac damn near 20-something years later, that means that we didn't get a new superstar. And that's not a good thing to me. That's really not a good thing to me. I think that 25 years later, and it's been longer than 25 years, but I'm just being generous. I think that's not a good thing. We didn't get nobody that is like, yo, hold on. They a superstar. Now it was close with 50. It was very close. We thought 50 was going to be, and at one point, he brought us the elements of greatness. I think if G Unit had to stay together and with the 50 Cent, Tony Ayo, Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, and Game, I think out of that camp, 50 Cent would be where he's at. And I feel like the Game could have been this guy, but the Game antics really made us feel a certain way about him. 50 Cent antics made us feel a certain way about him. You know, because they was doing stuff that Big was kind of laid back, and Tupac, every time he opened his mouth, real spill came out of it. Like he had justification for why he did what he did and why he said what he said. So you was kind of jacking it, you know. So that's why Tupac was looked at a real one. But think about it, man. We don't. It's 20 something. They died in 96 and 97. 96 and 97, and we still talking about them like they just dropped albums. And the sad thing is that where is the next Tupac and Biggie? What I don't like, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, and I don't really care how y'all feel. I ain't into how people feel. I feel like the barometer is so low, so damn low in hip hop that one day we'll listen to an album and dudes will be like, it's a classic. And I'm like, yo, how is it a classic? And it only been out for an hour. That's not how you determine classics. You got to lay on it. You got to listen to it. You got to go back. You got to dissect it. Dudes be hearing the album one time and be like, it's a classic. No, it's not. How could you determine if it's a classic? That's not how you're supposed to digest music. You're supposed to listen to it. And if you think at one point when we judge music, yo, we listen to it all day. Bring that back. If the tape go one way to the other side, turn the tape around. And then after like the third day of listening to it back to back to back to back to back, you like, all right, yo, don't play that album no more. Or you still like, yo, play the record again. Yo, put on that killer tape. Or you know what I'm saying? That's where we at. We got a lot of microwave stuff and there's so much music coming out. So a lot of people are saying, yo, it's a classic. Yo, it's a classic. And I'm like, yo, no, it's not. I don't never want to hear that again. I don't never want to hear that album again. It has a few records, but, you know, not to single him out, but when you listen to Drake within the last couple of projects, there has been absolutely no progression. There is no progression. There is no progression. They was calling J. Cole's last album a classic. Y'all know damn well that album ain't no classic. So hopefully Kendrick is taking his time to put out new music because he's going to come out with the classic. He's going to come out with a classic. But again, J. Cole last album was not no classic. A lot of people keep getting called a legend and all that. And I'll be like, yo, no, they not. No, they not. No, they not. That's not how you judge music. That's just not how you judge music. Now we're at a time where Like, I don't know if y'all seen my interview with Smoke Dizzle last night. Please go listen to that interview because he dropped a lot of that. Now we listen to the album and we're like, yo, the album is fire. I love it. But then you never listen to it again. I don't know about you, but when I love music, I don't stop playing it. If I get stuck on one record, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I will put that song on repeat and listen to it. Yo, you know it's fire. Yo, you know it's fire, 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 fire. And it don't get no burn, and I didn't understand why. That 50 Cent song, Part of the Game. Oh my God. That sound like the 50 we know and love. So all that, I know heartbreaks, setbacks. Yo, fire. It's all part of the game. If I ain't the coke man or the dope man, yo, fire. And nobody really rock with that song. But I think that Part of the Game record would fit. I think that's even, I even deal with the NLE Chopper dude. That song is fire. You know what I'm saying? But again, y'all, if it's all these years later and we still talking about Big and Pac, much love and respect to them. Much love and respect to them. But damn, where are the new guys that we're looking at and saying, yes, he's going to take this culture for the next 10 years and put it on his back? And I don't think we got that. I think stuff is coming out. They're pushing certain things through. They got a lot of these kids with, WKRP and and with these things, and I be like, yo, who is that? And then I go listen to the record and I'm like, y'all, this is a hit. Y'all like this? I'm confused. But I think hip hop is more of the machine. So I don't understand how a dude we never heard of before, never heard of this individual a day in our life. And the first time we really get glimpses of them, they were on the Breakfast Club. And then you search them, and then you go to their social media and they got like 600,000 followers. You're like, huh? I'm confused. How he got 600,000 people? So again, if social media was around when Tupac was around, the stuff that was coming out of that man's mouth, whoa, I could see Tupac having like 100 million followers. Bullshit you not. If Tupac was alive in this social media era, 100 M's. His tweets, holy whoa. His little IG stories, whoa. Because we still looking back like, damn. I think Nipsey had a chance to be this next guy. I think Nipsey had a chance. Because I'm going to be real with y'all. I was a fan of Nip since 2008 when he played Hustle in the House for me. I got to find that footage one day too. And I was a fan. I was definitely a fan. At first, I'm gonna keep it real, and if I don't keep it real, I will be a fraud. I thought Nip, when I first saw him, I was like, fake Snoop. Just be real with y'all. Even if you look at the interview with me on Forbes DVD and Nipsey Hussle, I said, you don't think people, like how you feel about people might say you're trying to be like Snoop. Because that's what I first got. That was the vibes. But then as I seen how he moved, how he talked, his thought pattern, his process, I was like, nah, I don't get Snoop from him. Only thing that I get Snoop from was the hair and the height and maybe the facial structure. But other than that, he was his own man. You know what I'm saying? He was his own man. So I think Nip had a chance. I think Victory Lap is a solid album. And Victory Lap, the title track, prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gonna go get it. No kidding. I love that song. I love that song, man. I love that record. Listening to music at the Mayan ruins. Love that song. And when he said, "Dock that Tulum just to smoke," that's why you got this Tulum. People running to Tulum. Dead serious, y'all. That's why Tulum became a hot spot. Cause on that album, he said, "I docked that Tulum just to smoke." When he said that, that's when Tulum became a spot that everybody wanted to go to. So yeah, Hustle in the House, man. When he played that for me, I'm like, yo, this dude flipped crisscross. I'm like, yo, did he just rhyme on crisscross? And Nipsey got a song with Ninth Wonder. Look it up, called Face the World. A lot of people don't know nothing about that song. Ninth Wonder beat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say Nipsey was a music legend, but he definitely was legendary for his impact for how long he was here. And I think he got cheated, man. They cheated him, man. Like they robbed us. With Nipsey Hussle, man, they robbed us, man. And I think that's the sad part of it, man. They robbed us. They robbed us, man. They robbed us of a upright, standing tall black man, man. They robbed us. And that's what made me sad. Like, this man was black manhood. This man was speaking about stuff that nobody was talking about. I know, a lot of people jumped on the Dr. Sabi thing because of, the conscious community and all that. But it wasn't even that what attracted me to him. It was just that, this dude was just really, really, he was about that, man. And I ain't even talking about him opening the store or none of that. Even when you go to the Marathon store, right? The way that he had the tech in there was about to be next level. How you scan the tag, and that was next level, and that was innovative, and they robbed us, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all, whoever is overall responsible for that, and if it's deeper than just the alleged scumbag who did that, y'all robbed us, man. And y'all robbed us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like when we keep getting robbed of. I don't care about his rhymes. Overall, the man seemed like a good dude, and I met him, and he was so solid. And when you heard him speak, he was always giving information. And they robbed us. You know what I'm saying? They robbed us of Tupac. They robbed us of Big. And then, when you think about Pac and Big, man, they was kids. So now, when you listen back, right, family, when you look back, and you might be 35 or 40 or even 30, you start realizing, damn, they was way younger than that. They was kids. They was like NBA YoungBoy age in these dudes. So you like, they was kids. Kids. But all that knowledge, all that fame, and they got killed. And I'm gonna be real with y'all too. When Pop Smoke was alive, I didn't see what the hoopla was about. Just to be real with y'all. If I said different, I would be lying. But one day I listened and I said, oh, I understand why people like him. See, with me and music, I can understand why you like it. That don't mean I'm going to like it, if that makes any sense. But I can understand why you like it. But my favorite my favorite Pop Smoke record was I love Dior Dior. It's something about, I'm gonna tell y'all why I liked Pop Smoke. I liked his choice of production. I just felt like that music just bounced and moved different. That music, I'm talking about the actual music. And many had tried to duplicate it. French Montana and certain people. Nah, that was that man Lane by himself. And I'm telling everybody, unfortunately, when he passed away, that sound died with him. There's never going to be another. Nobody can duplicate that sound. Nobody can duplicate that sound. That's his sound. You know what I'm saying? It was his sound. So, have I seen a Nipsey Hussle mural by Lamert Park in LA? No, because I think when I was there, either it was there and I didn't see it, or I don't know, but I didn't see it. But yeah, I think I think and hold on. Could I ask a question, family? Could I ask a question? And I think that we have to question something. And I don't know how people are going to take this, but I think this is real and it's a valid question. Where is GS9's music at? Where is the music? Because I see them being paraded around and I see them getting a lot of accolades, and it's cool. Salute to them. Shout out to them. I'm glad that they came out of jail and was able to get money and not really have to go back to the streets. But Hot Nigga was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. So what I'm tripping off of is they were propped up. They were propped up, in my opinion, and you might not agree with me. They were propped up to be what 6ix9ine wasn't because they stood tall. So it was like the real is home now, the real. But I don't care if you a real dude or you a fake dude. Sometimes I just want to hit play. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about, because if that's the case, you a goddamn socialite now. Just really think about that. Because when I say what do you do? Oh, I made a song. Hold on. That song came out how long ago? How long ago that song came out? So let me get this straight. According to that, then this person is relevant too. Then according to that, Joel Santana is relevant. Because how long has it been since Joel Santana put out music? So according to, if we're going to say you're relevant, so is Joel's. And at least Joel's has a body of music. Dude's got like 4 or 5 records. And they get like all of this love. And like I said, that's my borough. I love it. I love that they get love. But let's stop loving people for nigga shit. When is it going to be about the music? All that, yo, he stood tall. Hit it. Nobody cares about that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares if somebody stood tall. Let's just be real. It don't matter. And salute for standing tall. But we liked you for the music. And the funny thing is, we liked Hot N Word and we liked Shmoney Dance, where people call it the Shmoney Dance, but that's really the hot N word, because Shmoney Dance is a whole different record. But people used to say, yo, he doing the Shmoney Dance. But Shmoney Dance is a whole different song. I never, anyway. But then when you really thinking about it, he did the Bobby B word, and that wasn't the Bobby bitch song. That didn't really. That was dope. So again, when brothers come home out of jail, if I ever did a bid, which I stay away from that energy, but if I ever got jammed up, I ain't trying to come out of jail and people putting chains on my neck, and people giving me, giving me money and all this stuff, and just it's kind of like, I don't know, man. I be looking at a lot of stuff as exploitation. Maybe it's just me. Maybe social media made it cool where people are being exploited and people are being put out there and being talked about. But I be looking at a lot of stuff as exploitation. Like, okay, he's there for what? So even when Meek did the song that he just did, and Bobby Shmurda's all in the video doing this, I'm like, so y'all gonna do some music, or he's just there to be your spliff star or your damn Flavor Flav? Like, you didn't get him on a record? Just really think about it. Where's the music? So yeah. I ain't mean to take up too much of y'all time, but when we talk about this culture, we just start talking, and I start talking, y'all listening to me. You know what I'm saying? We just start talking, and yeah, it is what it is. So again, it's Friday, so enjoy your night. It's still early. So you still have time. It's not even 8 p.m. yet. As for me, I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. Still early. But it is what it is. I'm gonna do some promotion, I believe. And this producer show that I'm about to do, let me see if I can find it. The Beatmaker show. Listen, I have some people on deck. I got some people on deck that, yeah. I've been talking to some people, putting it together. Sunday will be my first show, but it's not going to be live. It's going to be pre-recorded, and then I'm going to upload it. And it's actually not even going to be on this channel. It's going to be on the Beatmaker Show channel. I don't watch sports, no. I probably just chill. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta just chill. I do a lot. But yeah, who should I tell y'all who I got for the first show? Okay, so my lineup includes, because I didn't realize what I had. So I have certain interviews done already, and I don't know. Let me see if I can find something for you, because nobody has more content than me. But I don't know if y'all can see this. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. Oh, matter of fact, I'll just bring it in the thing. Just bring it into here.
Rolling.
What it is, people, it's your boy Doggy Diamonds. Another episode of Doggy Diamonds Unfiltered. These are like my favorite episodes when I'm talking to a fucking producer, because I'm a producer. Well, I'm retired, but I'm a producer, and I get to talk to a producer. So we gonna talk that shit. If you're a producer, you gonna love this. If you're not a producer, you probably not gonna know what the fuck we talking about, but we gonna get into it. Introduce yourself to the people.
Top 5 super producer.
So I don't know if y'all know who that is, but that's a guy by the name of Ty Fife. Ty Fife. Ty Fife. Now, I can tell y'all what beats he did. That interview was done. The audio, of course, doesn't sound roomy like that. You know, we were talking into microphones, but that is Ty Fife. Ty Fife did Cameron, and he did Is Murder. I dip, squat, and post up with the toast up. That's who Ty Fife is. So yeah, we get into it. We get into it in that interview. As you can see, my face was a little bigger. I had like maybe like 5 pounds more. But yeah, I got a lot in the works. So at the end of it all, look up Ty Fife. Yeah, he did For the Fam. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Ty Fife is, that's why he said super producer. Because Ty Fife did a lot. And I've been that. Shout out to heritagehiphop.com. If you see that name right there, heritagehiphop.com, when you get a chance, please click his name and subscribe to his channel. He does a lot for New Jersey hip hop. And if you're a Jersey artist, you need to tap in with him. heritagehiphop.com. Remember I said this. heritagehiphop.com. And Heritage Hip Hop. Make sure you support them. But yeah, that was back then. But yeah, I did a lot of interviews. I also have a Eric Sermon interview part 2. And I got a True Master interview part 2. Even though True Master is my homie, I could kind of call True. Hold on. Where's my phone? Where's my other phone? This is what I love about hip hop. Oh, shout out to you. Yeah, if you donated, you sent me a cash app. Salute to you. I'm gonna get them all when I get off the phone. Yeah, shout out to everybody who sent the cash app. I appreciate you. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me call True Master. This when we freestyling. Here we go. Don't act stupid with the signal. Come on. Oh, it's ringing. Yo, what's going on? I'm actually live on YouTube right now. And I said, let me call True Master and ask him when he's coming on his Beatmaker show. Put you on the spot in front of my audience. When you coming on?
You could chop it up soonish. I just gotta, the weekends is like my main time to get my homework shit done. But we was planning it, and then we was planning it during Mercury Retro. But the fucking battery died.
Facts. Yeah, it did definitely. Yeah, because and then you text me later. But I have that I want to do a new one, but I do have a second interview with you where we really talk more of the production.
You know what we could do?
What's up?
We could unless if we don't do it live, we could talk and you could like flash into that in and out.
Oh yeah, you know what we could do? We could kind of like narrate the interview. That'd be dope.
That's kind of ill too. Yeah, something different on it.
That'll be dope. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is True Master, y'all. True. If you can, what is your Instagram so these people can follow you?
My Instagram is True Mass. TrueMass.
Okay. And that's the best place to holler at you. What's your YouTube?
YouTube, True Master Music, and I also got a Master Builder. I've been a little bit lax and shit. I know you was gonna help me try to get some thoughts together for that. But
Still going to.
Yeah, but I've been focusing on this. The school shit is coming along, and I'm glad it's gonna be over this year. So I graduate at the end of the year. So
can you tell the people what you are going to school for and what you're about to get your master's in?
Well, I'm getting. I won't be getting the masters. I'm gonna go for the masters though, because it's only right that True Master have a master.
Fact. That's why I said that. Yeah.
That's why I definitely need to go and get that. But I'm gonna get a criminal justice degree, and then I'm gonna do a year of law school and take the bar exam.
Whoa.
So that's how I'm gonna do it. Also, what I started doing this week is posting some of the assignments that we get in college to write essays on. So, and I'm also going to start posting my essays.
Dope.
So, be sure to start following me on Instagram. Therefore, you can get an idea of what the criminal justice curriculum is about, and you can see and read my essays in real time.
Yeah, and also let them know that you know case law, like you know the behind the scenes. So one day I want to break down that this Derek Chauvin the charges, why he got charged the way he did. Because remember we were supposed to do that. Yeah.
You have broke up for just a second. I don't know why. It's like a little.
Oh, I said one day I wanted to break down this Derek Chauvin, why his charges was what they were, and he just got 22 and a half years, if I'm not mistaken. So I think go ahead.
Actually, you know, when you get convicted, they can only sentence you for the highest crime that you're convicted of. So while he was convicted of all those charges, he can only be sentenced for one, and that's called concurrent sentencing, as opposed to consecutive sentencing, which would apply if these were separate acts, one indictment. But because these were all part of one criminal transaction, it winds up he only gets sentenced for the maximum, and all the other sentences run concurrent, which means they're all inclusive.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just something that me and you talk about, but they don't know. Me and you stay on the phone till the phones die. Like, I think me and you, have we not have like 5-hour bills some days? It's on the phone for 5 hours, literally. So, yo, bro, you know you the bro. Thank you for always rocking with me. And I'll hit you up later on. Let me end this show.
All right, man.
Yep, peace. Yep. Yeah, so that is the legendary true master of you want to run. I'm putting it in the chat. But he knows case law, like and like he said, he's gonna take the bar exam, and we need more black lawyers, especially from our culture. So I think everybody should go follow him. His name is True MAS. Follow him. Let's give him some words of encouragement, because we need more guys like that that's in that field, and he worked for us. And the dope thing about, like I said, me and him has been on the phone for like 5 hours to where the phone dies. You know what I'm saying? And then we call the next day, yo, the phone died. You know what I'm saying? So again, y'all, a lot of times, and I want to say this before I go, a lot of times people misconstrue my passion for the culture as anger, bitterness, being jaded. No, I just love the culture, and I'm passionate. Very, very passionate. And, with certain things about this culture that I want y'all to know. So I always try to come bring y'all that. I could bring you a lot of the filth, the gossip and all that. That's easy. But I want to bring y'all the culture. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And also, I don't know if y'all know, True Master was accused of a heinous crime years ago. He was accused of sexual assault, and he defended himself in court and beat his case. He was his own lawyer. So you've been in situations where you've seen dudes be their own lawyer and they get fried, but he beat his case. So salute to that man. That's my bro right there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we gonna bring more good people. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all, because I got so much love for y'all. The first producer on my producer show this Sunday, locked in, confirmed, is Rick Rock. Look him up, Rick Rock. First producer on my show, confirmed, Rick Rock. So with that, that's Sunday at 3 p.m. his time, 6 p.m. my time. Rick Rock. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the West first. Then because I could get the All Us Buzz guy, but I'm going to the West. I'm going to the West, and then we gonna come back over here. So shout out to Rick Rock. Sunday I will be rocking with him. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, The Beatmaker Show. yeah, Rick Rock. And if you did not subscribe to the Beatmaker Show, I'm going to put it as the first pinned comment on here. And, you know, it is what it is. So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for joining me as always. Shout out to everybody who sent the Cash App. Shout out to everybody who hit like. Shout out to everybody who just in the conversation. And if you can, after this goes off, can you come back on the channel and leave a comment on the actual video? Even if you was in the chat room, just say, yo, salute, good show, whatever, or whatever the case may be, because y'all be letting the trolls drown y'all out. And I be like, damn, where all my people at that was like agreeing with me and all that? Y'all be letting the trolls leave all the comments. You know what I'm saying? So now y'all got to come back and get them up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm Doggy Diamonds. Until next time, you already know what I need you to do. Make sure you click subscribe, youtube.com/Doggy Diamonds TV. Until next time, peace.